On this vote, the ayes are 213 and the nays are 209. With 6 answering present, the resolution adopted. Without objection, the motion to consider is laid on the table. House will be in order. I'll wait.
This was the scene last night at the U.S. Capitol as Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy passed the resolution along party lines censuring California Representative Adam Schiff. He was censured as a part of a retribution campaign that is being waged by the Republicans to get back at everyone involved in the impeachment of their beloved president, former President Donald Trump, who is now facing 2 different indictments, one on the federal level and one on the state level. The particular cause of this censure, as it was forwarded by Representative Anna Paulina Luna from the 13th Congressional District of Florida, who is known as an extreme MAGA representative. The purpose, or rather the substance of this resolution, was the accusation that he, Adam Schiff, erroneously and intentionally defrauded the United States of America in his attempt to investigate Donald Trump. And as that attempt to investigate Donald Trump led to an impeachment, which ultimately Donald Trump survived. Now, the specifics are in regard to collusion with Russia during the 2016 campaign. Now, just a quick summary of that. We do know that Russia was heavily involved in the 2016 campaign. What was unable to be proven by the investigation headed up by Adam Schiff was that whether or not Donald Trump actively was a conspirator working with Russia actively. They were unable to prove that. And because of and honestly, I don't believe that it's because they were unable to prove it. I simply think this resolution came as a result of the fact that they had the nerve to actually investigate Donald Trump. I want to play for you a portion of Representative Luna as she tragically attempts to read her own resolution. Now, the version that I'm getting ready to play is from last week. This is not the version that passed last night, but I want you to listen to 2 things. One, the illiterate nature of the conservative party right now. And then 2, the fact that she was attempting to fine Adam Schiff $16 million. And it wasn't until she pulled that specific language out of it that Republicans finally agreed to censure Adam Smith. Here is Representative Luna.
Representative Schiff behaved dishonestly and dishonorably on many other occasions, including by falsely denying that his staff coordinated with a whistleblower to launch the first impeachment of President Trump. Representative Schiff recited a false concocted rendition of a phone call between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, whereas Representative Schiff used his position and access to sensitive information to instigate a fraudulently based investigation, which then he used to amass political gain and fundraising dollars. Whereas the American taxpayers paid $32 million to fund the investigation into collusion that was launched as a result of Representative Schiff's lies, misrepresentations, and abuses of sensitive information. And whereas it is determined by an investigation conducted by the Committee on Ethics that Representative Schiff lied, made representations, and abused sensitive information, he should be fined the amount of $16 million.
Again, that was Anna Paulina Luna, who is the representative, the ultra MAGA representative from Florida's 13th Congressional District. I want you to listen to Adam Schiff as he responds to officially being censured by the House of Representatives.
To my Republican colleagues who introduced this resolution, I thank you. You honor me with your enmity. You flatter me with this falsehood. You, who are the authors of a big lie about the last election, must condemn the truth tellers, and I stand proudly before you. Your words tell me that I have been effective in the defense of our democracy, and I am grateful. And yet this false and defamatory resolution comes at a considerable cost to the country and to the Congress. At a moment when millions of people in our home state of California are unable to find a place to live or afford a place to live, Speaker McCarthy chooses to occupy the resources of Congress for 2 straight weeks on this hollow sop to the MAGA crowd.
Well, I'm sure Representative Schiff is aware of this, but it needs to be stated there is no limit to how far these Republicans will go to engage in their political acts of retribution. They are petty creatures by nature. Not only that, there's no limit to how much time they will spend with their agenda. Do you recall how long they spent on Benghazi, the Benghazi hearings, right? We all are fully aware of the fact that they have pushed their agenda so far that it led to January 6th. It led to an insurrection. It led to an all-out coup that's quite frankly still going on, because this act of censuring Adam Schiff is nothing more than a little piece in the puzzle that the Republicans or rather I should refer to it as the tapestry that the Republicans are assembling it for their agenda, which is to dominate the American power structure by any means necessary. And so this act of retribution that was forwarded by the representative from the 13th Congressional District of Florida, Representative Luna, this is just one step. They are not done yet. Republicans are out for blood. I mean, think about when Marjorie Taylor Greene finally got back onto a committee. The first thing that she did was try to make sure that she ousted every Democrat that stood against her. So it is a game of retribution, but it is also a game of a coordinated strategy. They are 100% executing their agenda to tilt the power structure in the United States of America completely away from democracy, not just from the Democratic Party, but from democracy itself. Take a listen in to Representative Dan Goldman as he really explains the hypocrisy. He really jumps into the hypocrisy of a party censuring Adam Schiff when they are the party of none other than George Santos.
One of my colleagues says, "We will hold members accountable." You are the party of George Santos. Who are you holding accountable? The guy is an alleged and acknowledged liar and indicted, and you protect him every day. Don't lecture us with your projection and your defense of Donald Trump. It's pathetic, and it's beneath you, and it's beneath this body, and I yield back.
Yeah, that's the energy. And I believe they need to double down on that energy because of the nature of what the Republican Party has become. They are a party of fascists. And this is just one little cog in their machine. This is just one step in their strategy. Adam Schiff, this censure is not, it's not the end of the world for Adam Schiff, but it certainly is a step towards retribution, revenge. This is what they're seeking on top of overturning our democracy. So, yeah, I think our political leaders should have a little bit more oomph in their speech and in their energy and in their clarity as they point out not only the hypocrisy, but the danger that is involved with allowing this particular batch of conservatives to maintain or gain any more power.